Yay Networks.
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Thank you for being here with us, no matter where you're listening tonight, whether you're snuggled up in bed, maybe you're riding in your car, walking the dogs, posted up at a casino waiting for your steak dinner. Thank you for being here for A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans. This is my husband and podcast partner, Alan Evans.
It's rain in the house. And why are we wearing the same shirt?
Total coincidence.
It's a gray muscle shirt.
One of us has more muscles than others.
Well,
one of us just has big, white, flabby arms.
That's not saying a lot.
But I wore this today with a jacket because we're kind of in that in-between weather where it's nice and sunny outside, but you go into a restaurant or a business and they over-air condition. So I like to have a jacket. But I guess I should have put it on because now I'm really self-conscious about my meaty arms.
Your arms aren't meaty.
My arms are pretty meaty, honey.
They're not meaty. They're creamy.
Thank you, honey. And I almost hate, now that you've complimented me, I hate to start off the podcast like this, but I had several messages.
Now what?
Letting me know that I was right, that I had shared the story of me having a miniature motorcycle and crashing it.
Did you really tell that story?
Just proved once again that you don't pay attention to me when I'm telling stories on the podcast.
Pay attention to what?
Exactly. So thank you to all of you who listened to previous podcasts.
Why are you being nanny boo-boo?
I'm just saying,
person?
I just want to thank everybody because it's an interactive podcast. When Alan messes up, I want y'all to let me know.
Oh, when Alan messes up, they know in freaking Kazakhstan. Is that even a country?
I doubt it.
Kazakhstan?
I don't know.
Good eye, mate.
Is that the
when
one
I mess
that
up, they know everywhere.
Is Kazakhstan real, or is that one that guy made up?
Was Borat.
Borat made up, yeah.
I think.
But I don't know geography. Y'all can correct me on geography all day. But when I tell a story and Alan just swears up and down I never told it, and I know I did, thank y'all for having my back on that.
Okay. Well, hey, a big man can admit when he was wrong.
You still don't remember me telling it.
I don't remember you telling it, so I don't know if I was wrong or right.
No, you weren't paying attention is what that proves.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got a lifetime of this to look forward to.
Well, not really a lifetime.
What's left of our lifetime.
It's what happens when you get married in your almost 50s.
Yeah, true.
There ain't much time left. You got to make every day count.
If we're lucky, we live into our 80s.
Yeah.
We're in good health. That's a lifetime.
Yeah, that's another 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
It is.
But that's not what we're going to talk about on this podcast. 30 years. We're going to talk about a lot of other stuff.
I took care of all my business.
We got some good stuff, babe.
We do?
Yeah. I mean, we've got kind of a smorgasbord of topics. You threw a house party. I thought we'd just touch on some of that buffoonery.
I did? Do you think I threw it or we threw it?
Well, we threw it. I'm doing something very controversial, and it's causing internet to just explode. And I don't think it's controversial.
You've caused the internet to explode.
Well, my internet, yeah.
Your social media.
Right.
The rest of the internet hasn't caught on yet?
Gosh, they're giving me so much crap over this. So I will. I'm going to throw this out for debate, and we can debate this.
Okay.
And I'm a master. So, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just looking at me on your arm. I was just noticing it.
Well, what's wrong?
I was looking at your tattoo. I was just looking at it.
Oh, okay.
We've been watching Ink Master again, so I'm just now very cognizant of tattoos.
I have a muscle shirt on, which is exactly like Kellie's muscle shirt.
Except you don't have anything to look at except my big fleshy arm.
Well, yours are creamy. Mine aren't as creamy. We had lunch with a very, very best customer today. Also a friend of ours. I thought we'd talk about that 'cause some funny stuff happened.
And it's her birthday.
And
she's waiting on her steak at a casino.
That would be Sin Galvan.
Sin Galvan.
Hey, you know what? While we're mentioning birthdays, Sarah Reed Spencer, her birthday's today.
Wow, happy birthday.
Yesterday, Angie Reno.
Happy birthday, belated.
Lots of birthdays. Now, I don't know all of our listeners' birthdays, but there's 3 off the top of my head.
Very good.
How's
that?
Very
good. That's very good. You're very in touch.
I bet they don't know my birthday. I'm just kidding.
I have to think, when is your birthday? I'm kidding.
Okay. So we got that. We've got some letters. And I had a run-in with another New Zealander, another Kiwi.
You've met 2 now.
Yes, I know 2 Kiwis now. One is a very, very best customer. His name is Sam. Dugan in New Zealand,
Mhm.
I met another New Zealander.
Crazy. What a small
What are
world.
the chances, though?
What are the chances?
No, for real. What are the chances to run into another dude from New Zealand?
I would guess pretty slim if you've only run into 2 your whole life.
And he called me mate
That's exciting.
several times.
He was very impressed you knew New Zealand and didn't guess Australia.
I didn't guess Australia, yeah.
He was very impressed by that.
So we'll talk about that maybe a little bit, too. That's what we got, babe.
All right. Well, I'm excited to get to it. Let's start with what?
Oh, okay. Well, you threw a house party.
Was it my house party?
Well, no, we wanted to throw a party because I got, 58 bottles of bourbon for my birthday.
Yeah.
And we have lots and lots and lots of liquor.
We do. I don't know how we accumulated so much.
People always give us liquor.
We're gifted it, and then we don't sit around and drink it. I try to drink as much as I can, but
And
I
wine.
gotta tap my brakes after this weekend.
Lots of wine.
Lots
too.
of wine. But we live in a cul-de-sac. We're so lucky. My dream has always been to live in a cul-de-sac and actually know my neighbors. Alan.
What?
And our one of our cul-de-sac neighbors reached out and said, "Isn't it time for us to get together?" And I was like, "Yes, I've been looking for an excuse to get rid of some of this bourbon and alcohol. We'll host." And so we did. And I got some of our oaked barbecue. We got way too much. I mean, either they didn't bring their appetites or we ordered too much food.
Well, Mike
we had
asked me,
so much food.
he said, you need food for 30? And
I said 20.
I said, whatever Kelly told you. He said, she told me 30.
I don't remember saying 30. I'll have to go back.
So whose memory am I going to trust? The guy who works in the restaurant business or yours?
I'll have to go back and look at the text. I thought I said 20 because I was like, how do we end up with so much food?
We had to give some away to the Raspberries. We gave some away to the Evanses. We have lots of leftovers.
We still have some, right? Or did you get rid of them all today with your dad?
No, we gave the
rest. We had so much barbecue.
We gave the rest of it
We're sweating meat
to my mom and dad.
Good.
You know what's making everybody sweat were those brisket jalapeno poppers.
Oh, every once in a while you get a jalapeno that's really hot, and sometimes they're mild. You just don't know. It's like a guessing game. These were so hot, which I love.
How hot were they?
They were so hot. They were like giving you a pounding headache because it's that heat,
Wow.
that initial heat, but then it goes away. But everybody was like, it was so hot. I was like having to eat macaroni and cheese to kind of cut the heat. It was so hot, but it was so good, delicious. And
you were having a big problem.
Yeah, it was really hot.
Yeah.
I was like sweating.
Which is crazy because usually you handle
I do. I handle
pretty
heat
well.
very well. But our neighbor also grew some jalapenos in her backyard. And I was on the phone talking to Aunt Velma and, just checking in on her. Y'all pray for her. She's got a clog.
What's wrong with Aunt Velma?
She's got a 100% blockage, some carotid artery. I don't know how you say that.
I didn't know that.
100%. Yeah. So y'all pray for her. She's going in next week. It must not be too big of an emergency if they're letting her wait, right?
Jeez.
But still, she's, getting up there. And anytime she's got to make some decisions if she's going to go under the knife for that. But anyway, I was talking to her and I'm cutting these jalapenos and the fumes from them, I'm just talking like I normally am. I inhaled the fumes and I started coughing. That stuff is powerful. Those are some powerful jalapenos.
Yeah, fresh ones are always very
I was like, those fumes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I enjoyed it. We had a great time. Thankfully, all of the neighbors are in walking distance because we really put a dent in our alcohol.
We really did.
We did.
And you know what? The life hack is the hire the bartender for parties.
Truly.
Just save a little money and do it. It is the best thing we've ever done when we're doing parties. It is
It's
so nice.
not that terribly expensive.
It's not that expensive.
It's really not. You can go through like a staffing agency. We found, through Chef Mike, he told me who they use for events. And I called them and I said, I told the staffing agency we're having no more than 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why I would tell Mike 30, but anyway, I said 20 or less.
Hashimoto's.
And they recommended one bartender, and we always get the same one, Mary Dunn. She's so awesome.
She really is. Everyone loves Mary.
We love Mary. And now
There's something about her.
Think about Mary. Mary Dunn is that if you go to Home Goods, this is not the same Mary Dunn, but the person that does all the pottery that says home or, family or gather. That artist's name is Mary Dunn too. Not the same Mary Dunn.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a different one. But anyway, yeah, we always enjoy Mary. So that's a good. And she also cleans up. I mean, like
Well,
by the
she
time
sets up.
she sets up,
She tends bar.
make sure everybody's happy. It made me really happy.
And
because,
if your hand is in this cupped position like this and you don't have a drink, she will slap one in your hand.
yeah, she's really good. And then she cleaned up afterwards. Thank God, because the next day I got up. I think I got up about 8:30 because the dogs were like needing to go out. And I tried to stay up.
Kellie was struggling.
I took an Advil Tylenol cocktail. I was pounding water. I tried to drink coffee, but it was making me sick. I had a piece of cheese toast, and I said, Alan, I've got to go back to bed. And I slept till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a massive hangover.
You were just kind of bad
I
off
was
then,
hurting.
too.
I was hurting, but I was fine after that. But it's one of those, it's not where I pray to God, get me through this and I'll never drink again. I'm not going to lie to him like we've all done in the past. But I did say, I need to tap the brakes for a minute.
You weren't praying to the porcelain god?
No, it wasn't that bad. I just don't like having that headache,
Yeah. I was okay this time. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I
just
didn't drink as much as you.
I was mixing Buzz Balls and Diet Pepsi.
Ooh.
The horchata Buzz Balls are so good.
Ad?
But no, hashtag not an ad.
Wow.
Or for Diet Pepsi.
Wow.
But I love them, and they're little and they're very potent. But if I just drink them by themselves, I just guzzle them. So I mix them with Diet Pepsi, and it makes me drink them slower. But it doesn't stop me from drinking a lot of them when I have a party.
Does it make you burp a lot?
No.
Golly.
That's you.
You're
You're the gassy one.
Blow me up like a balloon.
No, I do occasionally toot.
What? Save that.
I do. I mean, come on.
Wow.
You're not around, except on a couple of occasions
Why
you have
are
been
you
around.
confessing all this?
Because you were saying, you've talked about me tooting before in front of you. I was very sick.
Oh, in California?
Well, that doesn't count.
It went.
That doesn't count because I was in the bathroom. What you do in the bathroom does not count.
Oh, at my apartment.
I was sick. I was so sick.
That was kind of a.
I was just so sick. I was
like,
laying on the
wait a
couch.
minute.
Alan was just nursing me. I was so sick, and I was just like, "Oh, I don't even care."
That wasn't very long into our relationship either.
Because you were still you were passionate. I could do no wrong at that point.
That was a watershed moment.
Was that the turning point? You're like, I guess I'm in it for the long haul. I didn't leave.
Either then or when I saw your nude body fall down on the bathroom floor.
Stop. We don't need to
there
tell
was
all
that too.
We don't need to tell all of our secrets now. We don't need to tell it all. But anyway.
Oh, yeah. No,
we've made it this far.
Yeah.
Man, my nose suddenly got stuffed up. That was weird.
No, so the party was a success. But why don't you do that, and then we'll
Okay.
talk about this very controversial subject.
Being around our neighbors makes me really happy, but I know a lot of people struggle, especially, with the way things have been going lately. I've talked to people who are just lonely, and it's, we were talking about that today, about people who really feel so alone and they need somebody to talk to. And sometimes we go through the blues, but sometimes you're like going through a serious depression and you need, I get love letters to Kellie where I try to give advice, but sometimes I'm like, look, you need to talk to a professional licensed counselor. And that's why I was so excited when BetterHelp came on as a sponsor of A Sandwich and Some Love. And they also sponsor love letters to Kellie. I mean, I'm really happy with them.
Love letters to Kellie.
Yeah, and BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. This is professional counseling done securely online. You can send a message to your counselor anytime. You'll get timely, thoughtful responses. You can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, and you never have to go sit in an uncomfortable waiting room again. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating a great therapeutic match for you, so they make it very easy and free to change counselors if you need to do that. It's also more affordable than traditional offline counseling with financial aid available. This service is available for clients worldwide, so if you are listening in New Zealand, you can get BetterHelp over there too. And a lot of times, a lot of our listeners listen, they live in very small towns, and maybe you have one licensed therapist. Do you expect that one licensed therapist to be able to handle everything that you're dealing with? No. And that's the beauty of BetterHelp, because they have licensed professional counselors who specialize in whatever area you're struggling in, whether it is with loneliness and depression, anxiety, trauma, family conflicts. I'm telling you, the holidays coming up, you need to be prepared. You need to have your armor on before you go into that Thanksgiving dinner so you'll know how to handle that and come out unscathed on the other side. And remember, with BetterHelp, anything you share is confidential. And a reminder again, it's very affordable.
And Kelly and I want you to start living a happier life today. So as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/sandwich. So join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sandwich. Okay, babe, one thing I did this weekend is I got up really early and I got on the motorbike and I took the motorbike on over to a local Harley Davidson dealership.
This was Saturday morning. This was pre-hangover.
Yes. I got up real early to do this. There was something that I wanted to have the guys there look at on the bike.
What did you want them to look at?
I just wanted them to look at some stuff.
Y'all, every day something shows up on our doorstep that is related to that motorcycle in some way, shape, or form.
But look at it this way. The motorcycle's only so big, so there's only so much stuff you can put on it.
Well, there's only so much you can put on the bike. How about how much are you going to put on you?
What do you mean?
Alan.
Put on me?
Your motorcycle gear.
Oh, my gear? Yeah, I've been. You got to have good gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you got to lay it down, man, you don't want to be hamburger on the road. You got to have good gear on.
Some of it's not just about protection. Some of it's just showing off.
Style?
Yeah. But Alan did come in some blue jeans. He was like, feel my jeans.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I've used that line
but
before.
I can look. He has like these knee pads built in his jeans. They're very heavy in case you do end up, hitting the pavement.
Having to lay it down. Yeah. No, but all kidding aside, you do need good gear. And I always wear a helmet, blah, blah, blah.
Well, we see people riding around with no helmet and shorts on, and Alan Evans is prepared for any scenario.
Alan Evans ain't wearing shorts and no helmet. But anyway, that's just me. So I go to the Harley dealer, and I get there early before it opens, and there's a whole bunch of dudes already there. So, I pull up, and they're all on their bikes. They're all kind of checking me out, and I'm kind of checking them out.
Did you have that new motorcycle owner smell?
Well, yeah.
Could they tell you were?
Well, I got the paper plates on there.
Maybe you should have waited.
Yeah, and I rolled up. And
it's
not like I didn't look like I knew what I was doing because I rolled up fine.
You could have just bought a new chopper.
Yeah.
This is just your latest chopper.
Well, it's not a chopper, but yeah.
What's the difference between a chopper and a motorcycle?
A chopper has a real long fork and usually a real tiny front wheel and then a big, tall sissy bar in the back and these big, high 8-hanger handlebars.
I don't know how people drive those without all the blood rushing out of their hands.
They're just for show.
Yeah.
They're just for show. But anyhow, so I get to the dealer, and one thing I was telling Kelly when I got back, there is a lot of hand on hip when guys are standing around looking at motorcycles.
Well, same if you go to a classic car show.
They just
hand on hip.
Everybody just stands there, drinks their coffee, and just kind of looks and asks, like, so where'd you get that? And where'd you get this?
Did you feel like you were...
I felt...
You belonged?
Yeah.
Did you feel like part of this club?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what I wanted to get to. So I noticed that one of the guys, and he was a vet. I could tell he was a vet. He had a veteran's T-shirt on, and he had some other things that made me believe that he was a vet.
Faking it really good.
Or faking it super good. He looked like one, too. But this guy had on what we would call back in the 80s a fanny pack. But now they call them belt bags.
Okay.
So I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, that's freaking genius. Because I don't like to ride around with those big bags on the bike because they look kind of funny. And,
saddlebags?
Yeah, and I'm not hauling around a bunch of crap. So I want to go like light. I want to travel light. So I'm like, that's the ticket. I want that. I want a fanny pack belt bag.
Yeah.
So I dial up Amazon.com on internet and order me.
They didn't sell those at the Harley dealership?
No, they didn't.
I wonder why.
Yeah, good call. But I went to Nordstrom Rack.
Because you would think that would be
out.
part of the Harley ensemble.
I know. I went to Ross, struck out. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go to Amazon.
Well, what he did find, and I told him he should have done, instead of fanny packs, they're doing those cross bodies. Like it has the fanny pack, but it's a crossbody. And I don't think that looks that bad. It's almost like a miniature backpack, but you wear it in the front. But Alan said he didn't like that.
Yeah. So I got me a belt
He
bag.
got a fanny
I got a belt
pack.
bag, and it's just black. It's nylon.
He got a fanny pack and Sin Galvin laughed at him.
And
I didn't laugh at him because I got to sleep with him.
So here's the deal. I put my phone in there. I put my insurance papers and my license. I put my cheaters. I put my hat. I've got to have a hat because I got helmet hair. When I take my helmet, I got to put a hat on. So I can't stuff all that crap in my pocket. So I got to have a belt bag. So they're laughing at me today.
I did not laugh.
It Sin's lunch. So I put this on internet and I said, I got a
Did
belt.
I laugh? I don't think I laughed.
I got a belt bag,
I stifled a laugh.
AKA fanny pack.
It's
Cool
not
or
cute.
not cool?
It's not a cute one. You could do better.
You want to hear the results? 75% of respondents said not cool.
Yeah, it's not cool.
But guys, it's very functional.
I said you've got to choose function or fashion.
Yes.
So there you go. I don't understand. He tells me he can't do the over the chest one, which I think is much more masculine.
Like
he
a
said
man
it'll be
purse?
No, it's like a strap, like a crossbody, but it'll have like the pouch right
Oh, like
there.
a little tiny messenger?
Yeah, but it would be crossbody, and you could wear your jacket over that. And you don't, but Alan says it'll be flapping against him or something. But I think it would look better than a fanny pack.
Well, I can loosen the straps and loop it around like that.
Try that.
I just don't think that would be comfortable.
I would try that. Just try it.
What if it was French?
And get a nice one. Get
No,
a leather
okay.
one that looks nice.
Why don't I roll down to Louis Vuitton?
You don't have to do that, but you can get
Spend
a
about
cross.
$1,500.
You can go to Nordstrom Rack and get one for like maybe $50 or $60. It's leather.
No. I saw a Robert Graham at Nordstrom. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
At Nordstrom Rack, and it was really nice. But I couldn't tighten it to go around my belt.
'Cause
I
it's
think it was made to go around your
crossbody.
shoulder.
Go back and try that. Just see. Just see.
You don't want like really nice looking bag when you're on your bike. It's not cool.
But then when you get off the bike, you're walking around.
Yeah, the guy at the dealership.
When you're sitting on the bike, nobody sees your fanny pack because it's like sitting in your
Right,
crotch.
right.
When you're walking around, you look like your
like
dad at
what?
Disney World.
I look like that.
Fanny packs are fine at Disney World.
Uh-huh.
And so are goofy ear hats. You know, you see all these dads walking around and everybody gets married. They're wearing the bride and groom Mickey and Minnie ears and it's all fine because you're at Disney World. And then you go home and that stuff, you put it in the top of your closet and it just sits there. But you spend all this money on Disney World stuff that you only wear at Disney World. And that's the fanny pack. Or if you go on a European vacation because of all the pickpockets, you got to keep it all right there.
Mm-hmm. But the more people hate on the fanny pack.
Oh, you're going to wear it.
Oh, the more I'm going to wear
You're going to
it.
get like a neon pink one before we're done.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
You're not going to rub our noses in it that much?
No, I don't think I'm going to do that. But
All right.
anyhow, I've been testing it the last day, and I like it.
Because it's functional.
It's very functional.
Now you know how we feel about our purses. It's true.
Yeah.
Women, we need our purses to carry all of our stuff.
Now, I did go into Tumi. It's not a Tumi. I went into Tumi.
Oh, Tumi's so expensive. It's so overpriced.
Hey,
Unless they become a sponsor of our podcast, then they're the best.
How about $3 for a
I know.
Tumi
Tumi's
fanny
so
pack?
expensive.
$3
y'all.
hundo.
Why is it so expensive, right?
It's nice. It's nice stuff.
It's nice, but I mean, come on.
Well, you roll down into Louis Vuitton and you're going to spend $15.
True.
So I spent $20 on Amazon. I think I'm going to keep rolling with it until somebody just laughs me out of the room.
Sin Galvin laughed you out of the restaurant.
Yeah, but Sin, I don't know. She's fine. I don't care. It's fine.
Oh, you don't care?
Sin can laugh at me. I don't care.
Right.
It's fine.
Well,
Whatever.
I don't laugh, but I'm like, it's not sexy.
So,
I mean, you're like badass on a motorcycle. I got a fanny pack.
oh no. Okay, I might try it around the shoulder. So while I was at the dealer, one of the salespeople there, I ran into, and I noticed his accent, and he's calling me mate, and he's hitting me up because he's trying to sell me a motorcycle. But out front, I said, "Dude, I just got one. I'm
still got the paper tags.
I'm not buying a damn motorcycle." So this guy, I don't know if he was having a slow day or what. He ended up talking to me for about 2 hours.
I told Alan he was still selling to you. He was selling himself. So when you do get ready down the road, who are you going to call?
I'm calling my man Brendo.
Exactly.
So Brendo is from New Zealand, And I said, dude, I got a really good friend in New Zealand. My man, Sam. He's like, Sam, mate, where does Sam work, mate? I can't do a New Zealand accent.
No, you're terrible.
And I said, well, he works for the government, I think, in technology. Sam for the government. Sounds kind of fishy, mate. That's what he
Oh, so he's calling Sam a liar?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, it was cool. We exchanged numbers, and he seems like a cool dude. Like he would be a cool dude to hang out with, have a pint with, you know?
So Al said the big secret, well, it's not really a secret, I guess, but if you you go down to the Harley dealership on Saturday mornings, it's like
Babe.
breakfast buffet.
Yes.
Is it all free?
Well, you donation to Venmo if you want. Breakfast burritos, all the coffee you can drink, bra pong.
Bra pong is because it's October
Yeah.
for breast cancer.
I mean, yeah, there's always a little bit.
Or you think it's bra pong
well, there's
year
always
round?
a little bit of lewdness at the Harley dealer.
Is there a lot of women?
You know, you'd be surprised. There
Hey,
are
listen,
women that go.
Ladies, this might be a place if you're single.
You want to meet a dude? Harley dealer's a place to go.
Go hang out.
Yeah.
You got to go where the men are, and then a lot of them will be married, but a lot of them might be divorced, and they can afford a Harley.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not a cheap hobby. Not a cheap hobby.
So,
But only
Oh.
go for the ones that are not wearing fanny packs. Those will be the single ones.
that's why I wear a fanny pack, is to keep the women
Right.
off of
You
me.
don't even have to wear your wedding ring anymore. Just wear the fanny pack.
I have a wedding ring and a fanny pack.
Oh.
I mean, I ain't gonna have anybody coming within 50 feet of me.
Stand back. He's mine.
So anyway, Brendo, he just moved here from California. I'm throwing all of Brendo's business out. He rode his bike all the way from frickin' Joshua Tree, California, to Dallas Fort Worth with his 15-year-old son on the back of his bike.
And
I'm
I'm
like,
an adventure.
I'm like, dude, do you have like a big cruiser or something? He's like, no, mate, there's my bike out there. And it was this nondescript looking motorcycle, no windshield or nothing. I'm like, how did you do that?
Maybe he took the windshield off after he got here. You took your windshield off.
Yeah, windshields are nerdy. Very nerdy.
Oh, really? And you're
Yes.
wearing a fanny pack, Alan. I mean, come on. You can't say that.
I don't think the fanny pack is as bad as you're
I don't
making
think
it
the
out to be.
windshield is nerdy.
Windshield's nerdy.
Why is that nerdy?
Because you're riding a motorcycle to get bugs in your teeth. You know, to smell all the smells, to get your wind blown hair back.
Yeah, you definitely have a smell when you come home from riding.
Do I?
Yeah, what's that hot skin smell,
I haven't showered since I've been home too.
Tasty too.
Okay. I'm sorry, babe. My story went a long time, but
No, it's okay. It's a good story.
that was my experience at the dealership and meeting my man Brendo.
Brenda, are y'all going to
Brendo.
go riding? Is there like a riding club now you get to be part of?
I don't know. He was saying he's ridden since he was a little boy, and I
Do
said,
they have groups that get together because
yeah.
of that?
Oh, I saw a bunch of them come in. There was a bunch of guys that came in. They just parked out front. They had some coffee, and then they took off. They do that. They meet there and then go ride. But yeah, it's a bustling place on a Saturday. That's their busiest day, and that was kind of fun because Kellie was laid up. She was at home. Probably should have been home taking care of her, to be honest. But
That was Sunday.
no, Saturday morning.
I wasn't sick Saturday morning.
What'd you do Saturday?
What did I do Saturday?
Oh, you slept in forever. Remember? Like I left really early.
You left at 6.
Yeah.
I got up at 8. That wasn't sleeping in late.
Oh, but you never called, so I figured I wasn't going to call you because I didn't want to wake you up.
Oh, no. I remember. I just
I
got
was like,
up.
are
and
you
I knew,
alive?
I knew you were doing motorcycle stuff. So
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, that was my story.
the Sunday you should have taken care of me.
What did I do Sunday?
You just sat there and on
Watched
your
the Cowboys?
laptop and
Oh,
he's on
yeah.
every time I sneak up on him. He's looking at motorcycle stuff on his laptop. Every time Amazon gets delivered to our door now, packages, they're not for me.
It's not real expensive
all-
stuff.
It doesn't matter. It's still all motorcycle stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
All motorcycle stuff.
Did you watch the Cowboys with me this weekend? You did not.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
I watched some. I wasn't as into it. What was I doing? I don't know. I was doing stuff on the computer.
You know what the Cowboys did to the Giants?
They beat them.
There was a big white can sitting there on the Cowboys' desk, and in big black letters on that can, it said "whoop ass." And they just cracked that can open and took a big drink.
Well, didn't the Giants come back at the end and score a little bit?
Yeah, they were never in the game.
All I remember is I kept looking at the TV every time I came in. They kept showing that guy snap his ankle. I was like, that's
yeah.
enough of that.
That
We
was-
don't need to see that over and
No,
over.
you don't want to see anybody get hurt like that. But yeah, the Giants lost 2 of their best players. But anyway, Cowboys won. I saw Jeff this weekend at the party. I said, dude, what are we doing? We going to the Super Bowl or what? And he keeps being real standoffish.
Yeah, you got to stop that. You can't jinx it.
I'm on board. I'm back on. I jumped back
gosh.
on that bandwagon. I got my rowdy hat on. I got my Cowboys underwear on. I got my big foam finger that says Super Bowl or bust. I am back in. I'm all in. Dak is going to win the MVP.
He is very good.
Dak is having an
He's
MVP
very
year.
good.
Dak is having an MVP year.
He's no Troy Aikman.
Oh, that goes without saying. My man.
I love Troy Aikman.
Oh, I love him more, but that's my man.
I think Troy Aikman could come out of retirement and lead the Cowboys to the Super Bowl.
I mean, have you seen him?
His jaw can cut glass, Alan.
He could still suit it up. He's
just dreamy. Even my husband now is like, you're right. He is dreamy.
Wish I had a jaw that could cut glass.
Well.
You're supposed to say you do, honey.
Oh, you do, honey. I wonder if Troy has a fanny pack. We need to find out.
I may pose this question
Go ahead.
to the man.
Go ahead. See what happens.
You talk about thinking somebody's weird.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, do you have a fanny pack?
Troy, do you have a fanny pack? I have one. Everybody's making fun of me. I just wanted to know if you thought it was cool.
You're cool. Do you have a fanny
You're cool.
pack?
Do you carry one? I carry one.
Oh,
I
my
got mine on
goodness.
Amazon.
Let's not do that. Let's find another reason to reach out.
Okay.
Okay, I don't think it's any surprise if you've listened to this podcast for any amount of time whatsoever. Cooking is not my passion. I want it to be, but it's just not innate to me. It is to a lot of the women in my family. But I do want to cook for my family. I tell Alan that that's my desire. I want to cook them delicious, healthy, home-cooked meals and not do takeout all the time. And that's why I love HelloFresh so much.
HelloFresh.
With HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients, seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Plus, you can skip the trips to the grocery store because you can count on HelloFresh to have
HelloFresh.
everything you need to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. And fall is super hectic, especially for us. It's like we're going from one sporting thing to another. And you're probably in the same boat. You might think, well, I don't have time to cook. But HelloFresh's recipes save time you'd otherwise spend on meal prepping, grocery shopping, even the chopping. So getting supper cooked and on the table is a breeze. Now, HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from every week. There's so much variety, including vegetarian options, calorie smart, gourmet if you're fancy, quick and easy meals, low prep, one pan, 10 to 15 minute meals. Seriously. So many options. And they change recipes with the season. Right now, they're offering meatloaf a la mom. Isn't that cute? One pot broccoli mac and cheese. Sounds so delicious. But HelloFresh is not just for meals. Their marketplace features a variety of snacks, too. For instance, pumpkin cinnamon rolls. Man, does that make your mouth water just hearing me say that? And you know how I love saving money. HelloFresh is over 30% cheaper than grocery stores because everything's pre-portioned to make sure you're not spending on excess food. There's nothing worse than having to buy a pound of something when you need like 2 tablespoons. And it's like, what am I going to do with the rest of this? I only need that little bit for the recipe. That's one of the real great things I love about HelloFresh. In addition to saving time, saving money, and making it so easy. Remember, it's very flexible. You can customize your order on the app within minutes, change your delivery day, your food preferences, your plan size, and skip whenever you need to. I think it's a great way to introduce your kids to cooking. Our son Cole loves getting in the kitchen with us. HelloFresh is perfect for that. And in case you missed the news, Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh. With a wider array of meal plans to choose from, you've got something for everybody. We love switching between the brands, and now our listeners can enjoy both at a discount.
Go to HelloFresh.com/sandwich14 and use code sandwich14 for up to 14 free meals.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of free meals, including free shipping.
It's a lot of free.
Unbelievable. That's HelloFresh.com/sandwich14 and use code sandwich14 for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. We have some letters.
We do.
You want to get into some?
We haven't read letters in a minute, I feel like. I don't know how you don't get a paper cut doing that.
First letter is from Rosanna. Rosanna, Never met a girl like you. Me.
Something like that.
Rosanna. She says, subject, Bible app.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Alan and Kelly. What is the Bible app Kelly said she uses? Thanks in advance, Rosanna.
Well, I know it's confusing. A lot of people say it's an app, but it's actually a podcast called the Bible Recap. I think because it rhymes with app, people think I'm saying app, but it's called the Bible Recap. And Tara Lee Cobble is the host. And every day she gives you a bite-sized chunk of the Bible to read. You know, sometimes it's, you know, depending on the length of the chapters, 2, 3 chapters. Sometimes it's 6 or whatever. And then, so you read those and then you listen to her and she breaks down what you just read. And I've learned so much. You know, I went to Florence Christian School from 2nd to 12th grade. I went to Florence Baptist Temple. And there's, you know, some stuff because I've never read the Bible through before. And sometimes you're reading stuff and you just, you know how it is. You're just reading and you're just reading to read. And then she goes back and tells you what you just read, and you're like, oh, I had no idea that was there in the Bible. Seriously? It's been very eye-opening. She always suggests starting, even if you're starting like now in the middle of October, to start, don't start on that date. You go back to the beginning on day 1 because it's in chronological order. So that's what I've been doing. I'm behind, I'll admit it, but I'm trying. You know, that's what I was doing the other day too. When I'm behind, I tried to read 2 or 3 days worth in one sitting just to get caught up. But it's the Bible Recap, and it's a podcast.
Apple, iTunes?
Everywhere.
Okay.
The Bible Recap.
Everywhere.
And maybe she has an app. I'm not familiar, but the podcast.
One of our very best customers in the auditorium, see, we have an auditorium we podcast in, and we have a technological screen where they can send us messages.
Yes, it's a YouTube channel.
And
we
on
record.
this... I'm trying to make this sound really bigger than the Mickey Mouse operation that it is.
Well, how are people going to find us if they want to watch if you don't tell them it's on YouTube?
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, Dee Dee submits a question. Our very, very dear friend and best customer, Dee Dee Lennon, says, Alan, you ain't reading the Bible either? Too?
What?
Alan, you ain't reading the Bible? Question mark.
Well, I've never read it all the way through. I mean...
Maybe
Alan's not doing it with me.
Maybe I'd have some positive changes in my life if instead of rolling to a Harley Davidson dealership on Saturday morning at 6 a.m., I'd crack open Gideon's.
I would like us to start going back to church.
Yeah, no,
I really would. We really need to. I feel like we are so off
biggest heathens.
Center. I don't think I'm a heathen, but I am backslidden.
Okay. Next letter is from one of our good friends in the Hub City, Jill. Jill, subject, chopped liver.
That's you.
Well, I think in this letter you're going to find out she's referring to herself.
Oh.
Because Jill, well, let me just read the letter. Hello, Alan and Kelly. I hope you're both having a good start to your week. Now buckle up for a dose of saltiness. When am I going to get to reap the rewards for the smoker naming contest? I've been a dedicated listener to this Mickey Mouse podcast since 1875.
I agree.
I wanted to post a petty remark on Sin's birthday meal pictures, but I didn't want to rain on her parade, so I'm doing it for you. But I hope that your new motorcycle has an attachment for that umbrella, Alan, because I hear some thunderstorms rolling in. In all seriousness, I know you're both super busy, so I completely understand. It's just winning the contest was the highlight of this whole pandemic-filled 2 years, which, now that I'm typing it, doesn't sound that great, but still, you know what I mean. I adore you both still, even though Alan clearly hates me because I don't have Harley Davidson stamped across my forehead yet. Love, Jill, salty chopped liver schlebaugh.
Okay, so what do we owe her?
We owe her a dinner because Jill won the smoker naming contest.
Okay, well, when can we, let's arrange that. See, the thing is, you need to reach out to me.
Wow.
Who handles all the dinner arrangements?
Oh, you.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Whatever. Sin reached out to me.
Okay, but that was Sin. Let me take this. Is her information on here?
It's
okay,
right there.
I'll take care of it.
See, but Jill, Jill's not in the hubs. I always say that because her profile picture, she's in front of the seal. She's in Fort Worth.
Okay, we'll make it work.
I believe.
And we're supposed to treat her at Oaked.
Yes.
Okay. Have they ever gotten the plaques in for the smokers yet?
No.
See, that's what I thought she was talking about. We don't know what the holdup is on that.
Whoa.
But that is Well, whoa. We don't know. What is the
That
holdup?
big school bus just ran over Mike back there.
I wouldn't mean to run it over him, but what's the holdup? But it's our bad on this, and I will take care of it.
You know, there are 2 other winners, too. We never...
Give me their names. If you haven't done
I'd
it.
have to dig pretty deep.
Well, we need to take care of that. That's
Because we never made good on that.
That's bad. We need to make good on that.
Okay. See there, Jill? I'm making it happen for you.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is... we get this question from time to time. Maybe we'll do this and then bring it home for Jerome. How's that?
Okay.
We're not going to just yogurt out after this. I mean, we'll bring it home for Jerome.
Okay.
This letter is from Anne. Subject, DFW advice. Hey, Alan and Kellie. See, they're starting to catch on now. They're starting to catch on.
My ego's fine with that.
You know,
Do you hear me over here huffing and puffing?
here's the thing. When you're a dude who carries a fanny pack, you need all the confidence you can
There you
get.
go.
Hi, Alan and Kellie. I've told myself so many times I would write in, usually to comment on random things, such as the Shonda Rhimes story, which I thought was great.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good story.
Mm-hmm. But that's not the point of this email. I know y'all have gone over more than one time different things to see and do in the DFW area. I searched some of those old podcasts up and I got some info, but I have a couple of specific questions.
Good. I like specific. Vague ones are hard.
We are planning a trip to Cowtown as a Christmas present
That's Fort Worth.
for our boys ages 8 and 4.
Okay.
They love staying in hotels and they need nothing. So we would much rather put our money into an experience for them. We have a tentative plan, but we have never been to Texas. Wow, okay. They've never been to Texas, so I don't know if these things are as good as the internets make them out to be. We're planning to stay in downtown Fort Worth, walk to Sundance Square. Not sure what that's all about, but I want to know. Are there things to do there? The Fort Worth Zoo is on the list.
It's a great zoo.
Because according to Google, it's one of the best.
It's a great zoo.
Is that
It really
true?
is. It is true.
And we're planning a day trip to Epic Waters in Grand Prairie.
I'm not familiar with that.
Have y'all been there?
No.
Most of the trip will be just a relax, do what comes up kind of thing, but I didn't want to make actual plans that would be a bust. Any thoughts, suggestions? Nothing's been booked that can't be canceled or changed.
Is Epic Waters indoors? When are you coming?
Well, I will get to that information. We're planning to go the week between Christmas and New Year's.
I guess Epic Waters must be indoors
So
because
a winter trip for sure.
well,
Anyways, I appreciate being able to listen to y'all. Of course, I've been listening to the nationally syndicated Kiddocratic Morning Show since 1942.
thank you.
That's when you were on the Eagle. But our local
Was
station
never on the Eagle.
recently stopped carrying it.
That sucks.
That
sucks.
hey man, how did we lose that affiliate?
Hopefully you're listening on the K-Pod.
Hey, Sean, get in here. How did we lose these guys? Hey, man. Okay. Screw it. Let's go get sushi. I protested, but found the K-Pod
Good.
on my podcast app, and it's even better. I never miss a minute of the show now, which is great. Thank you in advance for your advice.
All right. I'm not familiar with Epic Waters. I'm assuming that's an indoor park or else it wouldn't be open at Christmas time, right? But if that is closed by chance, Great Wolf Lodge in Grand Prairie. No, Great Wolf Lodge is in Grapevine. That's a little bit of a drive for you from Fort Worth, but not horrible. Here's the thing. Sundance Square pre-COVID, I bet by the holidays it'll be fine. I think it'll be back to more normal, especially with the holidays. But Sundance Square, we used to go down there, and we don't go that often because it's kind of a far drive for us. And they have a lot of outdoor like music and stuff. Especially with the holidays, I think it'll be a good time
Sundance
to
Square?
go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have outdoor venues and things.
Lots of stuff within walking distance.
And they do like the cow drives. I don't know what day. You have to look that up. But they like bring the cows through town, the longhorns through town, and make it like a big production. We love Fort Worth. It's just laid back. The zoo is really nice. We go to the Fort Worth Zoo and it's beautiful. Yeah, I think you'll be happy with that. I was going to compare it to the Dallas Zoo, but there's really no need to do that. There's no need for you to come all the way to Dallas to go to the zoo. The only reason I've always, when I had a really tiny child to go to the Dallas Zoo is because their enclosures for the animals are so much smaller. And so the animals are closer to you as a as a visitor. But Fort Worth has so many beautiful things there. Their zoo is one of the highest rated in the country. You'll be happy there. What else can she do while she's over there, though, honey? We're not Fort Worth people. We don't really.
Wow.
But we're not. We don't really go over there that much.
I went to see Hardy there with
Okay,
Jeff.
well, then you tell her where she can take her two tiny children. You're going to take her to the nightclub to see. I think you can go to Gilley's during the day if you want, that big, if you remember Urban Cowboy.
Billy Bob's?
Billy Bob's. Yeah, Billy Bob's. I'm sorry. Mickey Gilley was the one in Dallas. But Billy Bob's, you can still go in there, and it's kind of like got a lot of history there. And they have one of those bucking Broncos. It's like frozen, so your whole family can take pictures on, and it's super. You can get some cute pictures with like somebody hanging off the tail of the bull. That's cute. And so go to Billy Bob's.
And what am I trying to say? The area around there, what's the name of it? Where they have
Stockyards?
The stockyards. Duh.
That's where they do the cows going.
Yeah, the stockyards. There's all kinds of stuff up and down the stockyards to check out.
There might be a rodeo going on then. There might be. I don't know. They have there's a rodeo season, but I know like the Mesquite rodeo goes on all the time. So maybe the Fort Worth does too. I'm sorry, we're just not really big. I mean, we're not really.
And if you're it sounds like you want to stay in Fort Worth, but not too much further to the east. Right in the middle is Grapevine, and in Grapevine there's a Great Wolf Lodge.
Yeah, I already said that.
Did you say Great Wolf Lodge?
Yeah, again proving that Alan doesn't even listen to me.
That is an awesome place for kids. There's an indoor water park.
I said that. Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, I said if Epic Waters isn't an outdoor water park, I'm not familiar with Epic Waters.
Great Wolf Lodge.
Babe, she said she's going to Epic Waters.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
I know. What were you doing? Why don't you admit it to everyone?
I was
drinking
Dr. Pepper.
Talking to the people in the chat room?
Yeah, I was.
See?
I cannot tell a lie. I'm like big Jorge Washington.
This is becoming a bigger and bigger problem.
Was it George Washington that said I cannot tell a lie, or was it Big Abe Lincoln? Which one was it?
It was rumored to be George Washington chopping down the cherry tree.
That's right. Was he lewd?
Or was it an apple tree? It was a cherry tree, wasn't it?
Benjamin Franklin.
Was it an apple tree or a cherry tree?
Lewd.
That's what y'all keep telling me. Now I'm worried. Did Washington just chop down a cherry or apple tree?
When he was a little boy, he chopped down a cherry tree.
It was
His
a
dad
cherry
said,
tree.
George, did you chop down that cherry tree? He said, I cannot tell a lie.
Okay.
I chopped down the cherry tree.
All right. It was cherry tree. All right.
Okay. Great Wolf Lodge. Also, there's the big Gaylord Hotel that's on Lake Grapevine. That's pretty.
The Gaylord Hotel, okay, what they do, I'm assuming they're going to do this again. I don't know. With COVID changing everything, they do this thing called ice. And you go in and you have to you can wear whatever coats you want and gloves. They're going to put a parka on you because it is like -7 degrees or something in there. And they have to keep it cold to keep all the ice sculptures frozen. So they have Kleenex stations every 20 feet because your nose is going to be pouring snot. And I'm sorry, if they become a sponsor of the podcast, they won't because I cannot recommend this. It was the most miserable I've ever been in my entire life. I've never been so cold in my entire life. But when I went that first time, we go into a big room, they bring you all in, and the announcer's getting everybody pumped up to go look at all the ice sculptures. And the guy's like, how many of you have been here? It's your first time. And I raised my hand. How many of you have been here? Like, this is your third and fourth. Hands kept going up. People come back to this thing over and over again. I've never been so cold in my life, but some people might like that.
I've never been. I've only been
going with me.
I've only been. There's a nightclub out there one time I went to. That's right on the water. What's the name of that place?
Glass Cactus?
Glass Cactus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been to Glass Cactus.
Yeah, the Gaylord Texan, they have a lot of wonderful things. Ice is not one of them. But they used to have, and you just call and see what they have, because I remember one time they did a whole Alice in Wonderland theme, and we took our daughters, my girlfriend and I took our daughters there in their cute little dresses, and we took pictures everywhere throughout the hotel. And then we got to go to the Mad Hatter Tea Party, and it was really cute. So they do themed things like that at the Gaylord Texan too. And with the holidays coming up, they've got to have some really cool stuff.
We got a lot on Grapevine, not as much on Fort Worth.
I'm sorry. We go to Fort Worth. So the last time Alan and I went, we did we went to see your friend, Dave McGee, the magician.
Oh yeah.
And we hung out there and we ate, but we did adult things. We weren't doing things with kids. So it's
last time
hard.
I went with Jeff to see Hardy at Billy Bob's. And then before that, I think I took you for your birthday one year. And
There
we
was the
about
arts.
we about froze to death.
No, it was pouring rain.
Yeah, but it was
I
cold
don't
too.
rem- I don't
Remember? It was
remember.
blowing in sideways. Remember that?
My birthday, every year on my birthday in Texas, there's a monsoon. There's
Oh.
tornadoes, hail. It's just something about any time around
Typhoon.
April 13, it's bad. And we went down there for the Fort Worth Arts Festival. That's in April.
Speaking of typhoon, this is the last thing, and maybe we'll bring it home for Jerome or just a yogurt. The weathermen last night.
I felt bad for them. You were
Why
not,
were
you were
they
not being
going
kind.
so nuts?
They weren't going nuts. They were trying to fill time.
I mean, you'd have thought a freaking hurricane was coming. I'm looking
Well, there was a
outside.
potential.
I'm looking outside, and the branches are gently blowing. There's a nice, gentle
There were
rain
some
coming
huge
down.
wind gusts, and we did have a lot of rain, but it could have potentially been bad.
But it could have. It could have. Because I know some people got some really heavy winds and stuff. But
I guarantee you,
man,
if the Cowboys were playing, they wouldn't have cut away
yeah, that was my thing. I was watching the football game. They cut completely away from it.
because it was the Chiefs and
It was Patty Mahomes playing. They
don't
got
even
beat.
remember.
They got beat by somebody.
I don't remember, but I remember the
Oh,
Cowboys.
the Bills.
The last time we had a tornado come through Dallas, Texas, I mean, it was bad. It was a miracle nobody died. It was just the path of destruction still hasn't been repaired, but the Cowboys were on.
Cowboys
And
were
they
on.
did not cut away.
Nope.
They did not cut away. And I'm guessing they probably got burned by that, you know.
Maybe. Anyway, I just thought that the weathermen were really super
I feel-
cautious last night.
I feel bad for them because they're damned if they do, damned if they don't.
Yeah.
Right? And so they're sitting there trying to, and you could tell the guy was just running out of
Oh,
different
he was
ways
so
to say it.
defeated. Yeah.
And I was like, can we please go back to the game? But the game was postponed too.
Well, that's why I was being so
and
sarcastic.
it's like,
He was
oh,
like,
poor guy.
you know, here comes this front. It's moving fast.
Look, it's red now.
Look, there's lightning, and look, it's heavy rain and wind. And I'm like,
You gotta feel
okay,
sorry for
It's a
him.
Texas thunderstorm. There's wind, rain, and hail.
I know, babe. But
No, there wasn't hail. Remember? He's
There
like,
wasn't
no, this
hail.
storm isn't going to produce any hail. I'm like, then why are we watching this?
Alan, you need to stop. You need to let it go. This was 24 hours ago.
This is like a hill I'm going to die on.
I went to bed last night.
And I was
bitching about
mumbling and
this.
grumbling about it.
And he was wearing his fanny pack at the time.
No, I was not. Now you're just making me out to be a
Be a what?
complete
A
doof-
grumpy old man yelling at the TV weatherman who happens to have a fanny pack? Oh, okay.
don't think
I'm making you out to be a certain way.
I don't think there's anything wrong with this fanny pack. I really don't.
All right.
I'm going to find another source of information and ask them what they think.
All right. Well, I think we've done quite enough damage.
All right, babe. Anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm going to be in touch with Jill and
Schleibach.
get and get this dinner on our schedule.
Oh, Jill.
We got
is
the
so
holidays
defe-
coming up now.
Jill
Poor
is
thing.
so defeated.
She's like, how long do I have to wait for this thing?
Think about poor Jill. Here's poor Jill. She's scrolling through her Instagram today, and she sees me, you, and Sin's big smiling mugs.
I didn't know.
She's like, what WTF?
Go
I mean,
back and
I
find.
named one of your damn
I know.
smokers.
Go back and find. I bet she could tell us the exact podcast, so you won't have to do a lot of digging. She probably has it emblazoned in her
exact
brain.
podcast.
The exact podcast where we announced who won, so we can get in touch with
No,
them.
I have them in my email.
Okay, well, please.
I think
find
it's
them.
like 2 years ago, though.
Oh my gosh, that's
Or-
so embarrassing.
No. Whenever we opened Oaked, like a
2
year
years
ago.
ago.
A year ago. It would have been over a year ago.
So embarrassing.
All right. You want to pitch the little party one more time or no?
Oh, speaking of Oat, November 13th, it's a Saturday night, 6 o'clock. We'd love to have you if you are in the area, if you can get to the area. We're going to have our second podcast family meetup at Oat. It's going to be a lot of fun. We just hang out. We drink, we talk, we visit. There's cornhole. Might even play a little cornhole. There's going to be some live music. And there's the best barbecue you're going to put in your mouth. And we're going to do that on November 13th. We'd love to have a vague idea of how many are coming. I know some people are like, I don't know yet. But Alan set up a little Facebook thing on our Facebook page, A Sandwich and Some Lovin', where you can go and put if you're interested or coming or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Give you the address and, the time and everything. We'd love it if you can come.
Well, do us
And
a
we're
fa-
not making, it's not like a big thing. It's like, we're just hanging out.
We're just hanging out.
We're just hanging out, literally.
Telling jokes,
That's it. We're just hanging out.
having a frosty beverage.
Just visiting. We're visiting. That's what we'll be doing.
Maybe tell some lewd jokes.
Well, I will be on the other side of the room when that happens.
Okay.
Are you going to wear your fanny pack to the party? I think
may.
you should.
I may.
I think you should.
I may.
I think you should.
All right. Well, be sure and follow Kellie and I on the social medias. I'm at the Alonzo 1971 on Instagram.
I'm at Kellie Raspberry. I'm not really good at posting on my Instagram wall, but I'm much better at doing my Instagram stories.
Yes, you are pretty good at stories. And follow A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. We have a Instagram for A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. It's at A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Also, the podcast is on Facebook. Check us out there. And we hardly ever say this, but if you would, please go to, if you listen on iTunes, go to iTunes, leave us a review. Preferably a good review.
I mean, we prefer it.
We prefer a good review. It helps us out.
The mean ones hurt.
I'm going to read mean ones one of these days.
Oh, Alan, you don't want to do that.
Why?
It hurts. It's
No.
sad. I don't like that.
Everybody gets hate, babe. Everybody.
I know, but it's just mean. I don't like it.
You know, I think I can't remember if I talked about this before. Metallica 30-year anniversary of the Black Album, one of the most iconic albums, not just heavy metal, but rock albums of all time. The guys in Metallica went to Amazon Music and they read their 1-star reviews.
Oof.
Who gives the Black Album a 1-star review?
Trolls.
Yeah. All right. I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love Sin Galvan, Angie Reno, and Sarah Reed Spencer desperately.
You're very good with that.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, gals. Hope you had a good one. But we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good. Have a good sandwich.